Hi guys, Retro Trek Ralph here. Got another model review for you. This is the Revell USS Voyager NCC-74656. Now, I didn't do badly with this one, to be honest. It is kind of covered in dust. On the back here you can probably tell. You'll also tell then two things fell off. More of those in a moment, but we're going to give this a bit of a clean. Very dusty. See, I've got this posed in the way of, excuse me, it's very, it's not dust as per se dust, it's very deodorant-ish. I mean, I have these on display in the front bedroom, the computer room where I do a lot of my live streams. I do a few in here as well, but a lot of live streams are in there and they are in the background. But it is my kind of little room where I can do my computer stuff, my games and whatever, and I get other stuff in there as well. Right, big reveal. Ta-da! No, it's maybe not then. And then the cells on this one are quite good because you can easily pose them. Different flat, which is your standard flight mode, impulse. And then they fold upwards, click into place as they go into warp, which it's quite, it's a little thing, but I like little things. Again, on this ship there's a lot of markings on here for where the windows are. Everything's there, everything's underneath. You have to drill everything out to get it lit. There's a lot on here, but even though this is a small ship, it is kind of very well detailed. They've got the panels on the side here, on the front, sensors, back section here for the shuttle bay. More on that in a second. You have a rear deck on the back of the ship there, which is just that I would never have lit that, not in a million years, so that's why it comes as a decal. Back section here, a little bit over on the paintwork, but I could easily touch that up. For the amount of detail work on the stickers on there, so just around the phaser banks, little markings over here, decent registry number on the front, panels for escape doors, everywhere and anywhere. Don't know what that one is next to the front light, ring light. See, this is mainly two sections, actually it's three sections. You make the whole section, these part here, with the engines, and this slides onto the secondary hull, which is down here, slides into there and connects it inside here. So your secondary hull, your warp engines plot onto the back, and then this saucer bit kind of plops its way onto the top. It kind of looks like a squashed ship, and you can obviously see there's the landing legs. This was an upgrade that you can get, which I quite happily put on. So it's kind of like, it's on its way down to land. They're very tiny. I don't know how these ever would have been thought that they would have actually held the weight of this ship. Even weight-wise, if it lands there, then this part has to be either really, really heavy. Well, yeah, this part has to be really, really light then, and all the weight's on the arse end of the ship. Or, I don't know, because it's not in the middle to the back end. You'd thought probably if it lands there, which is the centre of the ship, that it would. That's why these legs are here. There's even the escape pods as well, the lifeboats, loads on there, all stuck on, all in the right way, right order. And really was it, I quite enjoyed making this. There's also inside here there's a shuttle bay. I mean, you can't tell. There was a very tiny shuttle bay on Voyager, and there is a shuttle in there decaled up, and that was an absolute nightmare to do. Will never come out. That's stuck in place. But it's a nightmare to actually fit in there. You'd think it doesn't actually fit out, and to be honest, I think you're right. It doesn't fit. It wouldn't come out, but it's part of the model kit. You put it in there or you don't. I chose 2. Now, with this being a fix-up, I have 2 more landing legs. Now, they are different, these. I can't remember which one goes where. So, it'll go on kind of that way around. Oh, I think the longer one goes in the front. Yeah. Smaller one goes on the back. Yeah. Let me get these glued in place. Nothing better for a modeler than just standard super glue. These are all put together with polystyrene cement, which kind of melts the plastics together. Doesn't do too well either, because things do start cracking over the years when they're on display. It just dries out. It just doesn't work as well as what I hoped. There's probably better options out there than polystyrene cement anyway, but this is what the model companies request you use. So let me get these landing legs on. There's actually something that you can see on here at present, which is actually underneath the base, but I'll get to that one in a second. So quick, give me 2 minutes and I'll get these legs stuck on. Here we go, legs are back on. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's kind of looking like when she lands, the legs are on the way down to try and land. It's on the stand, yeah, we can't do anything with that, but the legs are coming out on its way down to land. That's my entire look for this. And you've noticed that there's the next part of the extras I bought for this. Now, underneath there is the Delta Flyer, the little white ship. That was the Tom Paris's ship that I built. Let me get this light turned off. I see a little bit better there. There she is. It's actually just a lump of resin which is in the right, been moulded around. Came with, you see the window on there, the front window, there's always different size windows on the cockpit. That came with that sticker, which was an absolute nightmare to put on. But it's actually not bad, it's kind of very much to scale. And on the opposite side, we have, in the drop tip, we have this thing here. We never saw it, but there is the concept art out there for the Aero. Oh, is it Aero Flyer? Aeroplane? Aero. I don't know. Yeah. Which is on there. This is the extra ship, which was like the captain's yacht. And it's absolutely brilliant that they never ever showed it. It's a big shuttlecraft. I mean, to have the shuttlecraft be in the back end of the ship, like in there, little things, but they actually had something that size that they could have easily have done stuff with, and it's a shame they never used it. So like I said, the concept was out there. I think it was one of the ideas that, well, we can either land the ship or we can do something, oh, we can use this, and they rejected it completely because it's a brilliant looking little ship. And underneath that is the same profile as the centre section here. So it's a shame they never used it, but hey ho, their fault, not mine. So put it down. Let's get some power into this one. Now, which one? I'll have that one. Now, there she goes. And that's it. A lot of this was drilling out. There's a hell of a lot of windows on here, and to be honest, there's probably far too many that are lit. So with all the stuff all over the side of the saucer, the back end, trying to cover that one because that's a running light. Should have been a running light, to be honest, but it's just kind of blinding. Bridge section's over here anyway. Got back to the green for the starboard, red for the port. Got the red lights inside here. Let's get you a bit closer, shall we? For the bussard collectors, even the lights on the side for the nacelles. Let's try and get this thing over. Yeah, even deck lighting on the side of the ship. Show corridors. There's actually people inside there if you can look hard enough. I don't think you can. There you can, maybe. In the front there. Right, let's get the lights out and see how bright this is. See, on my level, this is absolutely brilliant when it's glowing. Get the tape measure out while I'm here, and this measured as 20 inch in length. It's not a bad size. Just these lights here, really on the bottom, is absolutely blinding everything. So let's do it in sections, shall we? I even got the impulse engines on the back lit up quite well. Either side on the engines there. That actually looks really good. There's only one light inside it, but the pylon came in two halves, so you had to attempt to put it in the right place and then squash it all into place. But I'm quite happy with that. Really happy with it. There's a little bit of light at the back inside the shuttle bay, but it wasn't very light in there anyway. I think that is actually light bleeding through, but it does look quite good, to be honest, looking like that. So the underside section there. See, stuff like here, if I look at that properly, there's like a red thing inside it, and it kind of looks like there's something inside, although it is a cable for the lights, so I can kind of get away with it a little bit that way. But other than that, no. The navigation reflected lights up really well. Torpedo launches either side. Little bit of light coming through. I didn't want too much because they never really fire too often anyway, even though there's a video out there which shows that Voyager had a complement of about 30 photon torpedoes and fired about 150 of them. So it makes it look like the story writers didn't know exactly what they were doing to start with, but that's fine, that's how these things go. Yeah, I really like that model. It's a really good model to do this. Because like I say, you've got this big massive section here you can really have a go at. Parts sticking on, nothing much else. And then you've got the underneath section of this as a flat plane, where you can just do massive amounts of detail on there if you like. And then you're starting out on section after section. Well, I say it's a really good model. I quite like doing this one. Alright, I've got a little bit of damage on here anyway, where the stickers, the decals have not really gone properly. They're kind of, when they're too thin, when you put the layer of lacquer on top of it, it kind of melts it if it's too thin. So you can really destroy the ship. It's like on the register numbers there, you can tell NCC fine, and it comes over to the 5. It kind of destroys itself where the lines were, which is a bit of a shame. It doesn't look bad otherwise, just that little bit there. Now I can't fill in because you've got such a thin red line there. I have not got a brush or a steady hand enough to do that. Even you got on the sensor array at the front, lots of different colours on here, a lot of details. You know, absolutely balmy with it. It always made me laugh, Voyager. Little tiny saucer at the front for no reason. But you've got this big deflector at the underneath, like they all did, but this tiny one, they never explained why that was there. If they had a front section separating or something, or didn't know. But then it kind of, it's almost Borgish, adding on something like that, from this nice smooth flat blue effect to panels coming on. Panel on the back as well. It kind of made it look like they've got a different way they're evolving the ships to, a different generation to a different way that they're doing things. So yeah, quite fun to do, and a lot of detail. If you let it take you, it's a hell of a lot of detail on this to play around with. But if not, you can do a quick easy model with this without really trying much. The level of lighting I did on this is absolutely stupid level. It's light, bulb, but 4 bulbs on top of here, 4 on the back, 2 underneath. They were tricky to do because they couldn't be exactly where they were, where these LEDs were. They're kind of, if you look, they're not exactly. They are where they're supposed to be, but it's not thick enough to put 2 LEDs side by side or on top of each other. They just short each other out all the time. But I quite like that one. Quite proud of this model. It's quite a good one. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I did, getting these things out again. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Follow me on I've got a few social media pages and stuff like that. Give us a shout, give us a hello, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.